Annyeong! Welcome to Dollightful, and happy holidays! I've got all my decorations up, I'm feeling the Christmas spirit big time this year, and I wanted to bring you guys a fun and easy little toy project. I've repainted a couple toys in the past, and it's a wonderful way to create unique characters out of blind box doubles, or just customize a toy to your liking. It's fairly obvious from the selection here that I have a thing for dessert-themed animals. I've obtained a couple toys here and there, some secondhand, some store-bought. Looks like there's some littlest pet shop projects I never finished. Today I feel like working on these two kitty cat chains. They're already pretty cute. Well, maybe a little derpy. But we can make them even better. If you've been around for a while, you may be familiar with the secret stars of this channel who take turns appearing in the final seconds of each Dollightful video. It's become somewhat of a silly tradition here. So, 2 cats, 2 toys, you know where this is going. First, I'm going to unscrew the keychain parts and set them aside. Then, taking pure acetone, wipe away the faces and other factory paint. I didn't bother removing all of it since I'll be adding black to those parts. And black acrylic has great coverage. With a sufficient amount of paint removed, wipe down the toy with a warm soapy cloth to remove leftover acetone. Now straight to the fun part, I'm going to paint them to match my pets. First up is the black cat, which makes for a pretty easy custom. Water down your acrylic paint enough so that it feels creamy and minimizes brush strokes. I'm avoiding the eyes, but other than that, he's a solid black cat. And now I'm stuck holding it by the tail and unable to set it down to dry. Maybe removing the keychain part wasn't a great idea. Use as many coats of paint as you need to get the color opaque, and when that's finally dry, you can come back with details. With a dark gray-red shade, I paint the inner ears and his paws. So small. This cat also has a white V on his tummy, exactly like a black bear. Next are the eyes. I water down the acrylic a little more this time and apply more layers to, again, minimize brush strokes. Time to paint in the pupils. Oh jeez. Start with small dots and work your way bigger from there. This cat's resting expression is very derpy and often a bit wall-eyed, so I've got to recreate that expression. He's not the brightest animal, but there's a lot of love in his heart. Switching to cat number 2, who is a little more complicated. I mark with pencil on the toy to create a vague guideline for her spots and pattern. Then I can fill those in with paint. It actually was hard to see the pencil, so maybe I should have removed all the paint. Oh well. If you're recreating a specific pet, it's a good idea to have some reference photos. I was thinking this project would make great gifts for your family or friends with pets. Everyone loves their cat, dog, turtle, or what have you, so if you happen to have a spare toy to repaint, this would make a wonderful present. Oh yeah, and I thought the plastic was white until I put some white paint on top and noticed the difference, so I covered those parts too. Now to paint her little pink squish beans! So cute! After some neatening up, it's time for her eyes. She was rescued from a different litter and has a much different personality than her adopted brother. She's very dainty and princess-like, but has that sassy twinkle in her eye. With each kitty cat all painted, we want to seal in the acrylic using DuraClear matte varnish. Mix it about 50-50 with water so that the varnish doesn't dry shiny. I gave these guys 2 coats. This ensures that the paint won't chip off when they inevitably get knocked off the tree by said cats. Use a gloss varnish on the toy's eyes to set the textures apart and look more lifelike. Put a little on their noses too. It seems they need some Christmas pizzazz to feel finished, so take some embroidery thread or thin ribbon and tie it around their necks. I add a small golden bell, tie the bow, and then dab a small dot of Elmer's glue on the knot for insurance. Lastly, reinstall the keychain element. I only want the tiny screw part, so I separate it off with 2 pairs of pliers, then screw it back in place. The last step is tying on a loop of green embroidery thread to act as the hanger when you put it on the Christmas tree. If the toy you use doesn't have the keychain part already, you could just tie a thread around the neck, if it balances alright, or drill your own hole into the toy and set the thread inside with a little glue. And they're done! Quite charming, really. They'll look great on our Christmas tree. 뭐 생각해? Yeah. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have fun recreating your own family pets, or making any custom ornament you want out of some old toys lying around. So many possibilities. Feel free to like and subscribe for more fun toy projects, and I'll see you next time. Happy holidays! Stay artsy! 안녕!